The Country Girl was a 1954 black and white drama that starred William Holden, Grace Kelly, and Bing Crosby. It's not exactly a very cheerful family film, but rather it is a careful character study that really looks into kind of the dark world of theater and alcohol and struggling with death and guilt. You know, it's an excellent film. I really enjoyed it, but it's not exactly something it's not a feel-good film, let's just put it that way. So let me break down the plot and give some thoughts about this film. William Holden plays this driven theater producer. He's a heavy smoker, and he is trying to get this theater production going, and he wants to bring in Bing Crosby's character. Now, Bing Crosby is this aging entertainer. He still has a great voice. And in fact, the musical numbers in this film I thought were fantastic. But we do acknowledge he is getting older. And we also learn that this character is struggling with alcoholism, and he's living with the guilt of his son's death. Okay, so right there, let's just acknowledge that we're getting into kind of some dark territory, to be honest. And what I really liked about Bing Crosby's character is, to everyone in the world, he just seems like this extremely nice guy. He puts on the front that he is just this old, jovial entertainer, smiles and laughs, has a great attitude, but then behind the scenes we see that he is really struggling with this darkness of this guilt of death on his life. And that was so amazing to watch in this film, to see both sides that Bing Crosby could act and perform as. And what really kind of adds to this is Bing Crosby's wife in this film is played by Grace Kelly. And she does an amazing job in this. She is very sharp, she's intelligent, but yet she's also got kind of that cloud of darkness on her as well. She is supportive of Bing Crosby, but is also smothering. So watching the interaction of the two and how their marriage works out was just really neat. And with Grace Kelly, I've seen her in like a whole bunch of Hitchcock films, and she usually plays this graceful princess character with the fancy makeup and the dresses. You don't really see that as much in this film. Instead, you see kind of a darker shade of her, and she deservingly won the Oscar for her role in this film. I'm not a big fan of the Academy Awards, but I think in this one instance, they really got it right. So, Holden is the director of this theater production. He wants Bing Crosby's character. The other producers and the other people in the theater, they're not so sure. They think Bing Crosby is getting older, he's washed up, they should go with somebody younger, somebody newer. But Holden believes in him, and he encourages him, and that's really cool to see, is Holden's faith in Bing Crosby going to be justified? Can he take this struggling alcoholic performer and get him into this theater production that all of these people have put so much money into and make it into a success? So that's sort of the core of the film right there. Now, Holden, he sees Grace Kelly's character and thinks that maybe she's holding Bing Crosby back. So there is kind of this tension going on through the film as well. And that's really neat to see how that plays out through the film. I'm not going to say much more about this because it is worth checking out. You need to see how these characters interact with one another and how they resolve this. And the big question is, of course, can they pull off this performance? Can they bring Bing Crosby back? Are the ghosts that he's wrestling with too powerful to, really prevent Bing Crosby from making this comeback? Can William Holden make this play a success? And where does Grace Kelly kind of fit into this? Can she stay supporting Bing Crosby? Is she just smothering him to death? It's really good stuff. And I don't really get into dramas as much. To be honest, I'd rather watch an old Western or a war movie or something with a little more action or adventure, but I did enjoy this one. And I enjoy the musical numbers too. Bing Crosby has an amazing voice, and when you see him perform and do his musical numbers, even though his character's wrestling with the guilt and the demons in his life, he still does a fantastic job once he gets up on the stage. So this was The Country Girls from 1954, and it's an excellent movie. The three leads are just fantastic in it, and the film is worth checking out.